Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Education System Reboot channel. Today, I just want to hopefully make a quick video about what is success. And this was inspired actually this morning. I was doing my morning reading, doing it out of my John Maxwell, The Complete 101 collection. And I had just started what is called Success 101. And the first chapter is entitled, What is Success? And I thought I would just kind of go through a few things as I was reading it. And it just was very powerful this morning. But I think there's some very important aspects that we could take out of this that could just help us reflect on, what we do in the education system and how we define success. The first thing, he talks about is kind of the traditional picture or the kind of one of the problems with success. And I think this is so true in our culture is we picture success as a person, right? And he gives a couple, the wealth of Bill Gates, the physique of Arnold Schwarzenegger, the intelligence of Albert Einstein, the athletic ability of Michael Jordan, etc. So I think when we all think of success, we think of like this person that encapsulates that. And he kind of, I should say, when I read that, I thought, that was me before, thinking that it was just as a musician, it was musicians I emulated in the classical world as like, that's success. And it's so ironic that over the course of my 40 years of life, that what I consider success has changed so drastically. And I look at where I am in life now, and I see where I am as successful, and my success is closer to the definition he comes up with. So that would be the next thing that I would like to share. John Maxwell has what he believes success is. Now, I haven't fully cultivated my own true success is this to me, but I think what he writes here perfectly encapsulates where we should start from. So basically he says this: success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. And although I'm going to hopefully find my own that resonates, that's more specific to me, I just think that is a great starting place. And I feel as if where I have journeyed in life, I am closer to this than I've ever been. And I look at my role as a music educator, or an educator, a mentor, a father, whatever. But I feel like I know my purpose in life. I've discovered my strengths. I've discovered my passions, and they allow me to start pursuing things. And then through that pursuit, I learn how to grow to my maximum potential. Because if I'm working in my strength zone, as John Maxwell talks about it, the odds are that I'm going to be reaching a higher potential. And of course, sowing seeds that benefit others. And I think as a teacher, I'm doing that constantly. So there's more meaning in my life because I feel like success, I'm living out success daily because success is closer to that definition. But anyway, there was just a couple of the quotes I think are just really powerful. And so I guess there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of different things. I hope I don't do all this, but one that stuck out to me, and this actually just resonated with me the most. It's part of it. It says, you cannot consistently act in a manner inconsistent with the way you see yourself. And I thought that was one very powerful because I feel like in essence, that's been the biggest growth in me personally is the inside, what I felt on the inside wasn't matching what I was trying to do on the outside. I was trying to put on this facade. I was trying to be success closer to that first thing, which is the image of people, being successful for the accolades, the success for the product, right? Having my band be successful, that meant, well, then I'm a successful teacher. And yet inside, I wasn't feeling successful necessarily because, again, there were other areas of my life that weren't in alignment. I didn't have my house in order. I hadn't made my bed, metaphorically speaking. But that's one that just stuck out with me a lot. And anyway, I hope that makes sense. But then there's just a couple other things that I'll just start. So here's one. Every moment that you make the shift to finding your purpose, growing to your potential, and helping others successful is something you are right now, not something you vaguely hope one day to be. That was another one I just thought was really important because I think when we look at the education system, we picture success as this thing down the road, whether it's graduation, whether it's the test coming up. I mean, it could be short little goals, long-term goals. And yet, if you're living consistently with again, the definition he uses, then you're successful, right? I don't know. This makes me think of imagining about a student who has a self-image of themselves where every day they feel like they're successful because they're living out a purpose. They're living out their values. They're living out their mission statement, whatever it is. And so by definition, because they're doing that daily, they're successful. But we tend to put these products, these moments in time, these for lack of a better, these assessments, that's really the best term since we're talking about education, these assessments out there that are supposed to measure our success, and yet they're not really an accurate representation because some people are not working within their strength zone. Some people aren't reaching their maximum potential. But imagine a system of education where we encourage students to focus on their process, to focus on finding, their purpose, finding, creating routines and habits and daily things they do that is helping them grow to their maximum potential, right? And then along the way, helping other people. To me, that just seems like a light bulb. Like, of course, that's what we should be doing. Okay, so this is important. I mean, I have a lot of quotes. I'm trying to differentiate which ones to share and which not. But this is just a short one. It says, according to psychologist Viktor Frankl, everyone has his own specific vocation or mission in life. Everyone must carry out a concrete assignment that demands fulfillment. In essence, process, right? There can be no success without sacrifice. It's something we need to teach. This is important too. And I love this one. And this is kind of a section of this first chapter where John Maxwell is talking about growing to your potential. But it says, the only true measure of success is the ratio between what we might have been and what we have become. Basically, living up to your potential. I just think that's, awesome. There is no man living who isn't capable of doing more than he thinks he can do. And that one also resonated with me because that's this last year. I think I've kind of hinted at this, but I'll say it again. This last year of COVID has been the most productive year of my life. I have done more things that I've dreamed about doing, accomplishing growth than the last 10 years combined. There's no question. And I've done that in 1 year. And it's like, when I read this, it's like, yeah, I never thought I was capable of that when I didn't really feel like I was being successful. But when I changed my definition of success, it opened up just new areas of opportunity for me. Just thinking about living in the past. I know our students deal with a lot of stuff, and it's like the past is a dead issue, and we can't gain any momentum moving forward tomorrow if we are dragging the past behind us. Anyway, these are just little quotes. And then again, the idea of, just sowing the seeds that benefit others. This is actually, I guess, let's see. I guess this is John Maxwell saying this, but he's quoting someone else. He doesn't give who. It's been said that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give, right? I don't know. As I was reading this morning, I just knew that I needed to make a video about this and just kind of share. It's like a school district would really benefit from analyzing what defines success. Obviously, from the bureaucracy above, unfortunately, they do dictate what success is. And I don't know. I feel like maybe this is just a movement starting in this moment, but I feel like we as a school system, we as the district, we as, wherever, we as individual teachers, if we were to start standing up and reflecting and saying, success isn't the test. Success is a process. Success is something you learn, you live out daily. It's the daily habits you do. It's the following through. It's the accountability. It's the organizing your life. It's the little things you do on a daily basis that add up over time. And yes, that's harder to measure. And I think that's why we've kind of gotten away from it, because it is hard to measure, because it's just small incremental improvements over time. But without a goal in mind, it can be difficult to do that. But yeah, habits, routines, all the things I've been preaching on this, but success. So how do we define success? What is it? Anyway, John Maxwell's definition to me is just spot on. And it feels like something that if more people understood that, especially in the education system, we could make some great strides. But kind of wrapping up and saying this, we as teachers have to be successful in our life. As I said, have our house in order, make our bed, get our life in alignment with our values. If we as teachers do that, then we have a better shot of being able to influence our students through a similar model, right? We want to be the models they need to show what success is. And success isn't this moment in time. It's not the test. Those are great measures for where they're at and for feedback and growth. But it's a mindset shift that will need to happen if we can do something great in the education system. So with that said, this video went a little longer than I was expecting because I just kind of started pontificating a little bit here. But anyway, thank you for listening if you hear this. And as always, remember, consistent effort over time equals success. Thank you.